I'll be talking about investment kidogo because we have our own Sacco of the Orthodox Sacco, how we can utilize it as our own bank, and how we can be able to get resources from it. The Orthodox Sacco was started like 11 years ago by the Bogoto Fellowship men. Now it has grown. And as you know about the Sacco does not have any other business. It's only two businesses in it: to save and to borrow. So a Sacco, it's a saving and credit. Only those are the only two terms regarding a Sacco. And since the Orthodox Sacco was started by main fellowship of Pagoto, it is wide open to anybody who is an Orthodox Christian. So it's worldwide. We have people from US who are investing in the Orthodox Sacco, and we have also Kenyans allowed investing in it. So the basis, I can see this organization has an objective. And one objective is to have an account. So the only thing a larger organization to do, when it comes to the resources gathering, let us utilize it not from the banks themselves. Let us invest our money whereby also it gains. It's like an investment on its own also. Because you see people are also buying, if you realize recently, people are walking away from giving deposits to the banks. They are giving them to the government boards, the insurances to multiply the funds. Because the banks are taking every month ledger fees and the entire stuff they normally deduct in terms of expenses. Now for the Orthodox Sacco, it is wide open, and recently we've also extended to open for non-Orthodox Christians. But before we get to there, remember, for other people to come in, it means that we have agreed that they can even partake what we started. And since we can't allow that first to happen, we want to mold ourselves. And that's why we are just encouraging even our members in Orthodox Church Circle that you come, you borrow, you grow. Also you want the church to grow, also grow financially, not only spiritually. And that's why I was taking as you had Father said initially, I had one common objective regarding the youths. I wanted to change the paraphrase of the way the youths were in the African Orthodox Church in Kenya. And I had tried my level best to unite them all around Kenya so that at least we managed to reach Meru, Nyeri, and we notified each other. We were to the extent to go to Mombasa and other counties so that we want to unify ourselves, so that we want to have a common objective on the youth. But later in the day, what happened is this story, and those who made things to go astray, you know the position they are at today, others are also in the country, and we are happy for their growth and the dimension they took our church to. But at least there is still light, that we can still walk on another right where we can utilize what we have with just the way Father said. We have to come together, reason together, because this is the time. If we don't make a progress right now, and if we don't make a move right now, our church is drowning. And the way it's drowning, I'm very sure, very, very sure, in 10 years, Orthodox will be forgotten. And that is not the position. We are the strongest church, but we hate to draw somewhere we can ever not to be known, to be recognized again. Now, the Orthodox Church Circle, where I want everybody to major into, after the 11 years, we came, we sat, and today the Orthodox Church Circle has 20 million capital to borrow and to lend to the people. And I can certain this, that like Father is a member, the group that Father in Nairobi Bishopric Fellowship Men Association, they are also members, you are aware of that. And I'm very sure that many people have gone through Orthodox Church Circle. Because we don't just go to the church. We want, where your heart is, where your money is where also your heart is. So whenever the church is growing, also you want to grow with it. So for us, the Orthodox Church Circle has two accounts, saving and also fixed deposits. For the saving, there is a minimum saving monthly of 500 shillings. every month. And which later in the day after the year, if they accumulate, you get dividends according to the accounts that has been done. What makes our churches fail most of the time? We give the wrong people the right positions. You find you come to our church, you find our treasurer has no in accounts. She or he is he's a treasurer who can't go to source funds outside. That is number one failure that has happened in our churches. You find that the treasurer, if you're going somewhere, you tell our treasurer, situsaidie pesa kidogo tulipe hapa. Atawambia mlinipea gani? That is the weakness point that we have in our church. We are giving the right positions to the wrong people. People who can't help us to invest. Because what I know, a treasurer is someone, with or without, in a capability where money is needed, he or she can provide it. Tukuje tumrudishie baadaye. Lakini unaendanga maybe church ingine, unakuta an aged lady or an aged man, he's a treasurer, he only knows what to give. He doesn't know how to multiply the funds so that the church can also grow. And that's why nowadays I'm so glad and very happy that there is at least a light that has come to our churches. You find in every church there are two committees, church council and church development committees. At least there is a kind of a right which is there, but you see the right, if the people who are knowledgeable, they are squeezed to develop for the church, development committee. Those are the people you find there. People with right. But those people who want to be in position in the local church, you find them, they're the people who have been given the positions, but the wrong positions. They're the wrong people with the right tools at the right time, but they don't have knowledge of what they are doing. So one thing I like our church, especially when it comes to the treasury seats, and also to the chairman, let's have reasonable people. A chairman, let him, a person with professionalism such that he has a way forward for the church. Let the treasurer, we can utilize the treasurer who has resources and can multiply our funds, can put our books of record in proper. Even in 10 years, we can ask the treasurer, where are the 202 books? We review them, we revisit them. Our church never does the financial accounts. They never do. Ati mufunge mahesabu zenu za mwaka. Mwambie hii church yetu, hii mwaka. If your church does that, then you are moving. You are growing. And you are growing independently. Actually, you should change the term of the Orthodox church. Remove it from your church because that is not an Orthodox church. The Orthodox church which I know is January to January, no records. No accounts records. If you ask the treasurer how our accounts are running, they tell you no. They know what we actually, a church should always be presenting. Sunday tulikuwa na fundraising, ama offering, ama tithes. It should give to the members. Sunday we managed to collect such tithes. We managed to collect this offering. We did this, we utilized such money with this and this, but we never have that in our church. That's why I'm saying, let us invest in the Orthodox Church Sacco, where our money can multiply in terms of dividends, in terms of direct deposits. If we can give like those money we normally go and lend them to the Equity Bank, Cooperative Bank, bring them to the Orthodox Church Sacco. If your church can manage every month maybe to do a direct deposit of 100,000 each, so at the end of the year, that's around 1.2 million, isn't it? Yeah. If you get that's around 8% of the amount, that's an objective to the church. 8% of the 1.2 million plus the dividends. I think that church has already gone to another step. So imagine our Orthodox church members. Let us utilize our corporate bank. And that is the Sacco. Because it will help us to grow, help our churches to grow at the same time. Because if you have a project of like 3 million, and the church has 1 million, so you can borrow the 2 million to make it 3. The project has already begun. It is in a complete mission, whereby you are just asked every month to just return the money with some small interest of 1% every month, as the church has already accomplished its missions. Ndio, tuseme kama our lovely church here in Modhoa, Equity, wakona like 20 million. And they are aiming to build a church of 50 million. The objective of building a church of 50 million is there. But the mission of getting the 50 million is a mission. So if they have the 20 million, they can get the money times 3. That means they can get 60 million. To build that church they are investing on, yet they will be doing those small funds to refund the money. So already their mission is accomplished with a simple task of just joining a Sacco, their own Sacco, to build their own church. And that's why we encourage it. Let every church of the Orthodox church to be a member in the Orthodox church Sacco. And this will always help us. As members grow, the church grow. The money that we give an offering, it comes to the Orthodox church Sacco. I borrow it individually because it will help me. And at the same time, it will help the church. So, for me, I'll ask all the churches of Orthodox to join the Orthodox Church Sacco. Let the members also of the church join the Orthodox Church Sacco. Come. At the moment, we are growing at a steadfast speed, and I know very soon we are aiming to the target of 100 million to be around to open a bank, and very sure very soon we shall have our own bank of Orthodox Church Sacco. Leave alone the one that was there initially, which maybe in one way went as a scam to others. This is a genuine one that it has come without failure,